Hey y'all, and welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. Today we are going to be diving into a bit of a different video for me. This is a video idea I've actually been working on for quite a while because, as you saw from the title, the concept is makeup brands or makeup releases, makeup products that I totally forgot existed. So as the name suggests, it's taken me a long time to get this list up, but I finally have enough, I think, for a video, and I've been itching to sit down and film it. So that's what we're going to be diving into today, and I'm excited to get into it because I know for me personally, anytime I thought of these and I was just like, oh my goodness, I forgot that it was even a thing, or oh my goodness, I forgot that brand even existed. So I wrote it down every time that came along, and I'm curious to see if you guys as well forgot about these. And also at the end, I would love it if you would leave a comment letting me know a brand that you think everyone's forgot about or you have forgotten about, it even existed until randomly you just thought about it. Leave those down in the comments, and I think if I can get enough people giving me feedback of new things that I've forgotten existed, I'll definitely do this video again, but we'll talk about it a little bit more at the end. Let's go ahead and roll the intro, and then we can jump into these makeup brands, makeup products that I totally forgot even existed. Okay, so the first one that made me think of this video idea was the Ciate London and Trend Mood collaborative palette. Do you guys remember that palette? I was just randomly going about my day and I was like, oh my goodness, wait, I think Trend Mood was supposed to do a palette collab with someone, and so I started looking into it and I was like, oh yeah, it was with Ciate. I vaguely remember her like asking all like her subscribers, or not subscribers but followers on Instagram, to help her pick all the shade colors, the shade names. I don't follow Trend Mood, so I would just see them passing, and this is a long time ago. I can't remember how many years ago it was that she came out with this palette, but anyway, she had her Instagram account be a very active participant in deciding the palette, and they did launch it. I don't know where I was or what I was doing or what I was even thinking, because literally when this, this came into my mind a couple months ago and I first thought of it, I was like, did she ever launch it, or was it like a fall through bust? And I don't ever remember watching someone review it or watching someone do a look with it. Like, I don't know if maybe I just wasn't very active on YouTube at the time and that's why I missed it, but I completely forgot this palette even existed. Like, totally out of my mind until one day. I can't even remember. I was looking up something on the computer, probably grabbing, pictures for thumbnails and stuff like that, or links and whatnot, and I happened to see it and I was just like, wow, that was a thing. Totally forgot about. I don't even know if it's available anymore. I honestly could have looked into that and seen if it was a permanent palette or just out for a little bit, but yeah. The Ciate times Trend Mood, or Ciate by Trend Mood palette was a thing, but I never heard anyone talk about it. I didn't try it, and I totally forgot it was a thing because it just, I don't know, didn't hear much about it. So if you tried the palette, I would love to hear if you could leave a comment down below. Let me know how it was, because I'm really curious. Ciate London, I've tried a few of their palettes before, and they've just been okay. Not terrible, but also not like mind-blowing in the formula. They've been nice, but also the palette color story itself that Trend Mood put together wasn't really my vibe. I know a lot of people, I do remember a lot of people not being crazy of the pan design with the like semicircles and stuff and the waves or scales or whatever it was supposed to be. I do remember that. But anyway, if you tried it, I'd love it if you could comment down below and let me know how it was, because I never saw anyone do anything with it, so I'd love to know. But yes, that is the very first thing, and once I thought of that, I was like, I wonder what other palettes, brands, lines, whatever, collaborations that I totally forgot was a thing. So ever since then, I've been working on it. I got a few more, so let's go ahead and move to the next one. Okay, this took a lot of thinking. It's crazy how long I've been working on this list. The next one was AmiHeartsBeauty. Now, I know they had a bit of a drama with Amy Loves Makeup and the collab that fell through. I don't want to bring that drama up, and that isn't the reason for this, mentioning it in here, but they are a brand that has completely disappeared, and honestly, I'll be going about my day, and sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that brand. I wonder what they're doing. And when I thought about the brand after thinking of this video idea, I went and looked them up, and I can't find them on Instagram anymore. So they're no longer a thing, and I just was so blown away when I saw that, because after the whole collab with Amy Loves Makeup went over, you could tell a lot of people just didn't really have faith in the brand anymore because of the things that had happened. And I'm not super aware of everything that happened. I'm sure you can find videos. I know a lot of people, like when reviewing the palette, had a pretty poor customer service, so I'm not shocked that the brand is completely gone because of, the poor customer service, and then after the drama with the collab and how they handled it with Amy Loves Makeup, which I just feel so bad for her over. I'm not surprised that they had to totally shut the doors, but yeah, I was just shocked to think that, I was going through the other day, because I feel like leading up to that collab palette, like they were like an up-and-coming brand. Amy was speaking very highly of their formulas, talking about how nice the mattes were and stuff, and they seemed like they were going places, and I was getting excited for another up-and-coming indie brand. So then to see them, just handle things so poorly, and then just to have really poor customer service, and to not have, well-formulated products even. I heard a lot of reviews on that. It was sad to see them actually have to shut their doors, or, disappear off the internet. But anyway, that was just a brand that I thought of as I was, you know, going around thinking about those brands and palettes that, you know, I totally forgot even existed, and they definitely qualified because I just totally forgot, as I said, I totally forgot they existed. Okay, next up, I wanted to talk about a whole line, a whole brand of makeup, and it is the Col-Lab brand. Now, this was a Sally Beauty brand, but it was a collab brand with like 5 or 6 Instagrammers, or not Instagrammers, influencers, and I can't even remember who all was in it. I know Dani from Coffee Break with Dani was in it, because that's how I learned about it when they made the announcement. I'm pretty sure it was her, actually. Let me double check that. Okay, so it was a Coffee Break with Dani. I could have sworn it was, but maybe it wasn't, or at least she's not anymore. But it is, let's see, I don't even know all these influencers. I know their faces, but I don't think I follow anyone. I used to really follow her. Maybe it's Sam Samage. Maybe that's who I heard, or like I first heard about it on YouTube, because I remember watching the YouTube announcement. I could have sworn it was Coffee Break with Dani. But anyway, also Claire from Claire Ashley Beauty. Wesley Benjamin Carter. There's Nyayan, I believe is how you pronounce her name. Who else? Raven Elise, Lizzie, what would Lizzie do? I know her vaguely. Leisha X Sparkage, I have followed her before. Makeup by Anne-Marie. Ashley, don't know her, but okay, so a lot of creators. Not Coffee Break with Dani. I don't know why. I thought it was her, but anyway, a bunch of YouTube creators, and they all collaborate together to kind of be the faces of this brand. And I felt like it was really big when it first came out, and there were so many videos on it, and I remember being so curious to try it. I wanted to get to like Sally Beauty to give it a try. All of these influencers were promoting and all that, and then I feel like, you know, now I think about it, and I don't think I've seen anyone mention the brand in a video in a year or two, and then I myself totally forgot it existed until I was at Sally Beauty's grabbing something, and I looked over and I was like, oh, that brand is here, Collab. I thought the brand had just disappeared. I thought maybe it didn't work out and whatnot, but no, it is still alive and kicking. But I mean, of course, it is still alive and kicking as of many, many months ago, the last time I was at Sally Beauty. So maybe they shut down since then. But anyway, last time I saw them in store, they were still there, but I just haven't heard anyone talk about it, and I completely forgot that brand was a thing. So that is a brand that I feel like initially, especially with, you know, having so many influencers, I feel like I got a lot of hype in the beauty community here on YouTube, but now that it's been a little while, I don't really hear anyone talking about it or anyone, you know, using their products, even in like get ready with me videos and whatnot. I haven't, you know, noticed anyone using, you know, foundation, concealer, eyeshadow, whatnot. So I feel like that's a brand that we've just or at least I have completely forgot even existed until I just saw it in the store many, many months ago. Okay, this one, I forget where I found it. I think I was like scrolling through Instagram stories and someone mentioned it, and I was like, wait, that actually happened? So Kathleen Lights collaborated with Briogeo, like the hair care line, and they did an essential oils kit. I don't know where I was when this came out. I don't know what year it was, but I don't know what I was doing. I completely missed this. I was oblivious to it, or at least maybe I should be careful how I speak when I say this, because I have the worst memory. I could have totally known about it. I could have even talked about it in a video, and then I'm sitting here now saying I never heard of it. So I don't remember. I completely forgot. It was even a thing until, like I said, I was, you know, looking at someone's Instagram stories, and I was like, oh, really? Like, she did a essential oils collab? But yeah, it was 3 little rollers, and it was a collaboration with Briogeo. And yeah, it's a collab that I didn't even know, or I don't even remember existing at all. So if you tried this collaboration, I'd love to hear what you guys thought about it. I like essential oils for like diffusing in my house, because for me personally, I love candles. I love my house to smell good, but candles tend to give me a headache pretty quickly, especially if they're nice, strong, you know, strongly scented. So I prefer to do essential oils because they don't tend to give me a headache. They're very light and airy, and you know, it just makes the air smell good, and I don't have to worry about an open flame around my child, who's, you know, my 1.5-year-old who's constantly getting into things. So it's just kind of like the perfect harmony. Doesn't give me a headache, safe around kids, so I tend to diffuse essential oils and whatnot, but I don't really go into like the rollerball stuff, except when I was pregnant. I did try the rollerball like peppermint, and I forget, I tried a couple different scents, but I tried it for nausea. I would put it on my skin to see if it would help me, breathe it in, put it on. Nothing helped, but I did continue to use it. Anytime I had to go out, I remember this so vividly. I know this is a rabbit trail, but anytime I had to leave my house, like doctor's appointments or anything, and I didn't want to look like I was about to just keel over and vomit everywhere, I would put the peppermint oil on my like jacket, and I always wore like long sleeves, so I had it there. And then when I was feeling really queasy in public, I would just snip into my jacket, trying not to get sick, because that definitely helped me not feel as bad. And also too, with like smells going out, oh my goodness, smells when you're nauseous and, you know, you're pregnant and all that, oh, smells could just like like that make me want to go hurl. So if I was going out, grocery store smells, ugh, doctor appointment smells, ugh. So I loved having that little bit of essential oils of something I knew would help me feel a little bit better, being able to disguise whatever it was. So I probably look like a crazy person walking around like this, but it helped me survive going out in public. So anyway, okay, moving past that rabbit trail, I just had to shout that out because I didn't even know Kathleen Lights ever had a collab with Briogeo for essential oil bottle roller thingies. Okay, so next up is the 7-Eleven makeup line. Does anyone remember this? I can't remember. Oh, Simply Me. I wrote it down, thank goodness, because I can't remember the actual brand name. It's called Simply Me, and it is a makeup line that is sold at 7-Eleven. Now, when this first dropped, oh my goodness, I could not go a day without seeing a new video over this line, doing first impressions, try-ons, reviews, you name it. Everyone was talking about this crazy makeup line that is at a gas station. Now, for me personally, I've actually never seen this in store because I'm a mom of 3 young kids, so anytime that I do roll into a gas station, 7-Eleven or any other ones, I don't get out of the car because I got 3 kids. I don't want to be unbuckling them to walk in the store. So usually I just pull up, fill up, and go. And we haven't been road tripping anywhere in ages, so I don't really go inside. So I actually haven't ever seen these in store. But I Googled this morning to see if they're still a thing, and it does appear that they're still available in 7-Elevens. I didn't see any announcement saying that the brand was closing down. So let me know if you've tried this brand. Let me know if you've seen this brand in store. I'd love to know that because, like I said, I haven't been inside a 7-Eleven in years. Probably since, I don't know, 3 years since I, lived up in Virginia and was traveling back and forth. So yeah, probably when Gideon was a little baby. Anyway, it's been a while, so obviously I haven't had a chance to see them in store. So this is a brand that I forget about all the time, but I just thought I would include in today's video because when this brand first hit, like I said, there were videos every single day. So many people doing videos because it's an affordable brand. It's a brand at a gas station, which just doesn't seem to jive. So obviously it's a really good brand to do a video on and just for like views and clicks purposes. So yeah, I saw videos on them so much when they first launched, but I feel like I haven't seen a video on 7-Eleven's makeup line in ages, maybe even a year. I'm trying to think if I've seen it since the pandemic hit. I don't think I have. So it has been a while and I just haven't heard anyone talk about it. So let me know, like I said, if you go into a 7-Eleven, if you still see this brand, and also if you tried it, was it worth it? Because I think it was relatively affordable. Was it under $5 or under $7? Maybe it was under $10 each thing. But anyway, yeah, another brand, totally forgot it's even a thing. Okay, we're gonna end with a palette because this palette, anytime I come across it and I see a picture, I'm like, oh, is this a new palette? And then I get all excited and I click it and I look into it and I'm like, oh wait, this has been around for years, Katie. You totally forgot this was a thing. But this is the Dominique Cosmetics Rustic Glam Palette. Has anyone tried this? Has anyone heard anyone talk about it? I feel like I have never watched a video on it. I'm sure I saw videos when it first launched because I feel like you tend to see at least a couple of videos with every new palette launch of a semi-popular brand. And I feel like Dominique Cosmetics, with her being a YouTuber, she's pretty popular on YouTube, but I can't remember watching any videos on it. And it's such a unique color story. I feel like I would remember it better, but like I said, anytime I'm scrolling and I see it, I'm always like, oh, this is a new palette. This looks interesting. But yeah, for some reason, that one palette always sticks out in my mind of just being that palette I forget exists all the time until I see it in passing. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's been out for a while. But I've never really heard anyone talk about it. And for me personally, even looking at it, for some reason, I'm halfway tempted by it because it's a very unique color story. It's like that half and half neutral with a, pop of color in it. I don't know. It's very heavy neutral, but it has like that green. It has the pop of blue and the orange. It's got me intrigued, but I don't know. I just had to mention today's video because I can't tell you how many times I've been scrolling on Instagram and I see it and just automatically assume it's a new palette because I completely forgot it was a thing. Even the packaging, design and everything, and nothing was clicking. It was like I was looking at it for the first time, even though I was reading that it's been out for a while, and it was just such a disconnect. So I had to include this palette in here because it's just obviously a palette that I forget existed, because when I see it after a couple months, I'm like, oh, a new palette, but it's like, no, Katie. Not a new palette, you just have a terrible memory. And that could be the whole premise of this whole video, I guess. Maybe all of you are watching this and saying like, Katie, no one's forgotten that existed. What's wrong with you? Let this video prove I have a terrible memory because I totally forgot this was a thing. Alright, so those are all the palettes and brands that I'm going to be talking about today in this video idea where I'm just talking about palettes and brands that I forgot existed. Let me know your thoughts down below, and as I already mentioned in the beginning, let me know a brand or a palette or a product that, you're just going about your day, you saw and you were like, oh wow, wow, is this brand new? And then you realize it's been out a long time. I would love to hear what brands or products that you guys forgot existed, and then I can do a part 2 of this and I can shout you out in the video and show your comment and let you guys know if I forgot it existed or not. I thought that'd be a fun little, you know, part 2 to this video idea to get you guys involved, because like I said, this video I have been thinking on for months. I can't remember, was it during the pandemic or before the pandemic? It's been a while, because it's all about products that I forgot existed. So it's not like I can really sit down and be like, okay, what have I forgot existed? So it's a very slow developing video idea, but I'm excited I finally had enough to sit down for a video. So if you'd like to see a part 2 and you want to see it sooner than a year or 2, let me know down below what products you forgot existed, or you think that maybe the beauty space forgot existed because you don't see it anywhere and whatnot, and you're just wondering if it's still a thing. Leave those down below, and if I get enough, I will definitely do a part 2 to this video. And like I said, I can shout out your comment if you're okay with that. If you want to be anonymous, leave that in the comment and I'll make sure I cut out your handle. But I love to shout you guys out if I can, and if you guys are okay with it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video idea. It's just a really fun one. It doesn't really have any kind of like informative abilities to this video, but it's a fun video idea that I've been thinking on in the back end, and I'm super excited to be able to sit down and actually record for you guys and share it with you. So yeah, thank you so very much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, as it helps me in the whole YouTube algorithm. I'm over on Instagram. If you are on Instagram and you want to follow me, I'm LadyKatie92 over there, and I'm getting into reels. I'm doing more up close eye shots, so you're gonna see details on this makeup look, I am sure, on there soon, if not already up there. And yeah, you can just see a little bit of my day also in Instagram stories. I'll share a little bit of behind the scenes, my kids and that sort of thing. So yeah, with all that said, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys.